everyone often says that old school RuneScape is way better than rs3. And while that's probably true for the majority of players, as someone who plays both games, there's 3 updates that I think old school RuneScape should copy from rs3 that might actually do the game some good. Before I get into that though, make sure to give the video a like, subscribe if you aren't, and check down in the description for my Discord as well as my social media. Okay, so the first update I wanted to talk about is actually the Grand Exchange cash limit. So in RuneScape 3, they a long time ago had issues with certain items being over the max cash stack, such as the party hats. And I've noticed lately that old school RuneScape has the same issue with several, especially of the third age items. For example, the third age pickaxe is at max cash stack, and then I believe so is the third age sword. Yeah, it does look like they are both at the max cash stack. But, unlike in rs3, old school RuneScape does have palladium, or platinum, I believe it is. Sorry, platinum. And the platinum would, in my opinion, you should be able to buy items on the Grand Exchange priced in platinum. Now, this really helps preventing market manipulation, and I understand that one of the big things for old school RuneScape, unlike in rs3, is that you want players to interact more when trading and interacting with each other. But when you have issues with clans, like the famous issue with rot going on that most old school players know of, I really think doing something to prevent people from manipulating the market by allowing it to be traded on the global trading system would make it much easier. I personally don't run into it that often because I mostly play an Iron Man, and none of my mains have ever been any decent on old school RuneScape, but I think for the good of the game's economy, that to me would make a lot of sense. Okay, the second thing that I think old school RuneScape should copy from rs3 is stackable clue scrolls. Now, I like clue scrolls, I love clue scrolls, but I don't like having to stop what I'm doing to go and get them. I know in a few of the Deadman modes and the leagues, old school RuneScape has had stackable clues. And years ago, I could see the argument of, no, we shouldn't have stackable clues because it makes the game easier. But now, I can drop a clue and leave it there for an hour. And you can drop multiple clues and have multiple clues at once and just keep them on the ground. Now, I can 100% see how, this does still make things a little bit difficult. But, to me, at that point, you might as well just allow them to stack. I do think you should start out lower. I don't think 25 clues like in rs3 to start off makes sense. But like in rs3, I think your stack should increase based off of how many clues you have done. So in rs3, when you get enough points from having done clues, kind of think of them like Slayer points, except you get them from when doing clues, you can use them to increase your stack. I think that would be a cool thing to add to Sherlock if it's something that Jagex wishes to track. And I think that would be a cool way to encourage people to do more clues to unlock the ability for them to stack. And from there, you do the clues, you can stack the clues, and it would make more people willing to do them. The final update that I think old school RuneScape should copy from rs3 is the addition of skilling offhand. So we do have one in old school RuneScape that I know of, which is the lantern. And the lantern is really cool. It buffs your rune crafting and does different things to the skill while you're training. So this, for example, the fire produced from the lantern increases my energy gained in Guardians of the Rift. But in rs3, we have skilling offhands for most of the gathering skills right now. We have it from one for mining, one for wood cutting, and we have some for some of the artisan skills such as crafting, smithing, fire making, and so on. I really think that these would be a good way to buff skilling slightly in old school RuneScape and make them drops from the skilling bosses going forward, or add them to the existing ones like Winter Todd for fire making or so on. I think these would be cool to add some unique buffs to the existing skills without increasing new tiers of the main hands. So you could increase the damage, give people rewards of substance for skilling bosses, and even through the skills. For example, in RuneScape, some of them you have to make using the skills with things you get from bosses. But that is the third and final thing that I think old school RuneScape should copy update-wise from rs3. So let me know down below. Do you guys agree with my list? Do you think I should just stay out of it? I'm sure everyone has an opinion. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.